What up, good people, and welcome to another episode of Montez at Midday, brought to you by Certa Pro Painters in Oklahoma City. How we doing, good folks? How's everybody doing? What it do? What it do? What it do? How's everyone doing? This weather is on a whole new point to me. Whole new point. This weather is like I could do this year round. This that year round celebration weather. You know what? Nothing can put you in a bad mood. At least we hope it won't. But this is that weather I'm talking about, where things seem to get done just right at the right and the nick of time. High fives, chest bump. Let's hug it out. Oh, that feels so good. A good night of sleep, a good breakfast, and a morning walk, and a smoothie, and a smoky one, you'll be fine. That's a whole lot to be fine, ain't it? That's a whole lot to be. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much. We do appreciate it here. The team, the show. Susan, you're doing a phenomenal job. The place looks great. Thank you so much. If you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. Happy anniversary to you. Congratulations. Good job. You do good work. Keep it up. No matter what, you got this. You got this. All right. Let it go. Ignore them. Give it time. Don't compete. Stay calm. It's on you and laugh. That laughing is key. I'm telling you. Laughter is it's beyond just reminisce about something that happened a couple of days ago, even earlier in the day. You get a little chuckle out of something. You forgot to laugh about it. Are you really thinking about it now? Like, that was some funny ass shit right there. Already in the building. Wow. Lots in the news today. Lots in the news. I think a whole lot of people out there in the sports world, in the sport atmosphere, after Monday night's football game and yesterday's press conference, how many of you now know more about Achilles tendon than you ever thought you would in life? I've met so many doctors that haven't been to school on every social media platform you can think of. So many doctors were on TV yesterday. So many experts, people who have torn the ACL, people who sprained the ACL, people who don't even play sports. Everybody was commenting on the injury that has put Aaron Rodgers out for the year. It's like the internet all went. I bet the most Google word yesterday, a searchable word, had to be Achilles. I bet it was. I bet it was. There's no way possible. It was getting to the point. Every channel I turned on, there was a doctor and there was the play in a small window. And there were two other people looking at the small windows, talking about the injury with a diagram of an Achilles with the doctor of sports medicine talking to a host of a sports show or a news show or a variety show yesterday. It was just, I had no idea. That much was involved in the injury to Aaron Rodgers. The fact that it got to the point, as we discussed briefly yesterday, about artificial turf and grass. How serious is this moving forward with the NFL and the partners that be the sponsors? I mean, what do we want to see? A safe sport, of course. But we don't want to take away from the game. We thought with the replay and with the adjustment on some of the calls, we thought the game would get ticky-tacky, a little bit more less touchy-feely. They took away, it felt like everything was like the Pro Bowl. They took away the luster from the Pro Bowl. Doesn't feel the same. And I think that was the scary point with the NFL when it came out that they were making certain league adjustments on calls and with a little bit more, we see you, but we don't see you with the instant replay. But so far, the NFL officials are doing a fine job. It's just I want to bring to your attention, did anyone notice how many doctors was out yesterday? A whole lot of people knew information about the Achilles that just blew my mind. Thought you were a chiropractor. Hey, Bob, what? thought you were a carpenter. But you know more about the Achilles. It is way back Wednesday, a time of yesteryear when things used to be to the older people what we call fun. What happened to those times? We get it on throwback through photos and whatnot, but way back Wednesday, the days of yesteryear, when things seemed like it was more of, but it really was less than at some point. When food specials went away that no one would believe if we told them today what a food special was back then. No one believed us. What was VIP in a club back in the day on way back Wednesday? It was a different world. It was a different world. But I tell you the one thing I wish would come back. Happy hour. I'm talking about the true happy hour, where you had little appetizers, little poo-poos, little finger foods with drink specials. The music was different. And happy hour lasts about 2-3 hours at the most. It would get the people in straight from work who don't want to battle the traffic of going home. They don't want to hear all that cackling in the car, dealing with the frustration of a long day already. Now you want to be getting in the car. No, I'm going to go to the bar for happy hour, have a couple of drinks, eat some food, then go home. That completes the day. Where did we go wrong with happy hour? There's certain people that have happy hour at 9 a.m. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the 9 a.m. happy hour. In my book, there's nothing wrong with the 9 a.m. happy hour. In matter of fact, happy hour should be all damn day. From sun up to sundown. That should be happy hour because everyone has different work schedules right now. But at that time, the way back Wednesday, the happy hour, a lot of people work 9 to 5. So you get off work at 5 o'clock. Ted, I see you down at the bar. All right. Save me a seat. Save me a seat. Don't forget to get me some of those meatballs when you get down there. But now, the thought process of a bar thinking of cooking food for its patrons for free with discounted drink specials, that's unheard of today. It's unheard of. If they do it, it's called a customer appreciation day, which there's nothing wrong with that. But the days of a happy hour were different. It is WZUP Wednesday, and I'm your boy, Dre Montez. And I want to thank you again for tuning into the show on Monday for another episode that we had of D&D, Don't Get Butthurt. Seems as though a lot of people watch the show, get a lot of positive feedback. We will be coming with a new episode this Monday, of course, and look like we may be taking a field trip with D&D. More details of that coming soon. And I don't know what you're doing tonight, but there is some karaoke going on at the Haunt. Yeah, my man Chris will be over at the Haunt in South City tonight, getting some K DJ services going on, karaoke and DJing. There it is in the building. Also, it's Wednesday through Sunday at Big Rod's Roadhouse over in Waterloo. Check them out. They got a car show coming up October 13th. You might want to get registered for that today. And sometimes it's not about you. If you don't believe me, check out Siegfried's Liquid and Lace, located at 6839 Gravois. Sometimes you buy your woman something. It's for you. You gotta learn that. All right, let's rewind the clock here in the sports world. 30 years ago, Little Big League. It's a great movie. Great movie. Great movie. Oh, phenomenal. I love baseball movies. Just have a way of telling the story the right way. Now I know in the movie The Natural, watching a documentary, which is phenomenal, they talk about how difficult it is to get a baseball movie done in Hollywood at that time. They thought it was too slow, too time consuming. All you have to do to get that one shot of somebody catching a ball in the outfield. Just so much to it, but it's gotten a little easier now, I do believe. But the movie Little Big League was something else. Story about a young man who was fascinated by baseball. Was not that good of a Little League player. And his grandfather was the owner of the Minnesota Twins. Grandfather dies in his will, leaves the team to Henry. Have Timothy Busfield in there from Field of Dreams, the one that wanted his sister to sell it for him, Annie, and he pushed the little girl off the damn bleacher. He pushed that girl. He pushed his niece. What was charges should have been filed on that. Watch the movie again if you don't believe me. He pushed her. And also, my man from Weekend at Bernie's is in the movie as well, Jonathan. But the mom in that movie, Ashley Crow, who in the movie she's Jenny Haywood, her son in real life, IRL, the number one prospect for the Chicago Cubs, Pete Crow Armstrong, is making his debut with the Cubs. She played in a movie. The mom of a son who managed the Major League Baseball team. Now she's a mom of her real son in real life, Cubs number one prospect player, Pete Crow Armstrong. Wow. 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 This is just now that's a true Hollywood story. Now that right there for sure is a Disney situation right there. That see, I didn't expect that right there. The things you find out, the things we go through, and the things that we do. But those baseball movies, man, they get you, especially the ones with the kids and the adults. Now, Bad News Bears with Walter Matthau, that was a different type of story. How well back in that day, though, that's how coaches and kids talk to each other. That's how the coaches talk to the kid. Go over there and get me a damn beer and sit down. Out there around a damn field. Go over there. You see a coach drink a beer now, they want to lose their mind. Oh my God, coach is drinking a beer. But back in our day, it's part of the game. But little big league mom in real life, IRL, her son, Pete Crow Armstrong, Cubs number one prospect, will be making his major league debut pretty soon here. Wow. That is awesome. We'll keep baseball for 1 second. St. Louis Cardinals. Yesterday, last night, beat the Baltimore Orioles for Adam Wainwright's 199th win. Paul Goldschmidt surpassed Lou Brock on the home run list for the Cardinals. See, the numbers are there for the team. It's more of a belief system. I guess in baseball, once they get to a certain point, there's no turning back from the turmoil that's in a team, in a clubhouse, the front office. Once it gets to a certain point, I think baseball players are like when you were younger, that first grown person you dated when you were young, that first grown person, certain things they didn't like. They business in the street. And I think baseball is one of those sports. They don't like their business getting in the streets unless they are ahead of the conversation. Not outside voices, but the people that are actually involved in this. They don't like stuff like that. And I think that's where it hit a nerve at with baseball. It hit a nerve right there. See, she's always interrupting me when I'm not even talking to her. You see it? See, that's Susan right there talking. See, I don't get it. I didn't say nothing to wake her up. She just started talking. Is this a problem in your household? If it is, how do we stop this? She just talks all the time. What? No, not one person said a word to her. Not one person. But back to what I was saying with the Cardinals. In baseball, a whole is itself. As we're getting close to the hunt for October and figuring out who's going to be in this thing, what free agency could potentially look like, who's the go-to person, the coaching aspect, not just here, throughout baseball, who should hang it up, who's leaving the game. We're going to get some real people in the Hall of Fame. Are we done with the debate with Pete Rose, or we need to get back to the table with Charlie Hustle, that being Pete Rose? What about our own Cardinal Hall of Fame? What are we going to do with that? Are we going to get back to the David situation? David Freese, I'm talking about. We're going to get back to that situation. Maybe we can revisit that at one other time, the whole David Freese and the Cardinals situation. We need to revisit that. Something. All right, we need to revisit that. Get back to that. Bring that back. But I can't believe other teams we see this, the turnaround. I remember the Minnesota Twins doing it. I remember the Atlanta Braves doing it. When you almost lose 100 games and you flip around the next year and you make it to the playoffs so you win a division. We've seen that before. But with our team, winning 97 games last year, not that many adjustments to me, but the major one hurt, number 4. That one hurt, the Yachty factor. I wonder was there any thought process to a precautionary factor on how to address Yachty professionally moving forward with the Cardinals organization? I wonder, did that ever come up in the thought process 5 years ago, 6 years ago, hell, 10 years ago? Did they ever come a point, hey, when we get to this situation right here, we want you to stay with the ball club up here on the professional level to help us out, to ease the way out, to make the exit strategy with the Cardinal fan base and Yachty Nation? Did that ever come up in a situation? We see it all the time with other franchises. Why is that guy still there? Well, he's going to hang on because he's a fan favorite. He still puts seats in the house, still has respect in the clubhouse, even with young ball players. Why wasn't that an issue here? Did it come too late? Is there more to this story that we will ever know? In the words of my great grandpappy, time will tell. Here's another time will tell I would like to bring up as part of the discussion of St. Louis sports, that is. There's a lot of great debate on our high school basketball. There's a lot of conversations on our high school basketball situation. Lots on what can be done, what should have been done, tell the story the right way. Because I think everybody, no matter where you live, where you were raised at, there's a story in the city itself, especially if you've had a professional sports team, they left, whether you knew about it or not. You found out when you were 12 years old, they used to have a team in your town. And you're like, well, why don't I know about that, Daddy? Well, what if you lose two teams? What if a franchise moves in the middle of the night and they catch video footage of the Mayflower trucks going down the interstate? Well, where are they going, Daddy? Those questions need to be answered. And it should be a story out there told the right way. Well, I have two stories I want to be told the right way. I'm going to take a short break, a word from my sponsor, Mountain Man Scrub. Be right back to talk about St. Louis football sports documentary. Be right back.
Mountain Man Scrub. As smooth as a river flows. MountainManScrub.com. Get your scrub on.
Get your scrub on today, good people. How are we doing? And welcome back to WZUP Wednesday. And it's Montez at midday. How are we doing? The weather is nice for sure. It definitely is. Recorded a new podcast episode today, episode 529. It's out there. The video is out there. You can look for it on our Facebook page, Who's to Blame, as well as our YouTube page, Dre Montez, and Twitter at W2B Dre Montez. And that episode is called It's Football Time. Check it out for sure. Each and every Monday here on same bat channel at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Every Monday, we bring to you D&D. Don't get butthurt. Be sure to check it out this coming Monday. We talked about, where did happy hour go? What did we do wrong? What did we do wrong to not get happy hour anymore? What did we do wrong? Can we address the situation, the elephant in the building, the people that matter? What can we do with that? I think that'd be pretty cool if we can get happy hour back. Yay, happy hour. With the food and everything. And the music. Get all that. The movie Little Big League, 30 years ago. Ashley Crow, who played the mom, Jenny Haywood, IRL in real life, her son, Pete Crow Armstrong, the Cubs' number one prospect, is about to make his major league debut. What makes this such a wow moment, the fact that Ashley Crow was the mom in the movie Little Big League when Henry managed the Minnesota Twins. Outstanding movie for sure. And we also talked about the little milestone that was set almost with Adam Wainwright. We got his victory of 199 now in Major League Baseball, as well as P.G. Goldsmith passing Lou Brock as far as Cardinal home runs are concerned. Yesterday, beating the Baltimore Orioles. All right. There are lots of sports documentaries out here. Lots of them that I've seen. The true ones, the ones made by people who are around it, whether it's gambling, real life, real people, whatever it may be, I try to get my glimpse on one. But I'm curious to know why Sports Illustrated, Netflix, St. Louis Sports Commission has not all joined forces and made a documentary about football in St. Louis with the Big Red Machine, that being the St. Louis Football Cardinals, and the St. Louis Rams. Well, I want to hear more about this story, the fictional story that I heard, whether it's true or not. Rumors are told about what could have happened in East St. Louis back in the Dizzy with the deal with NASCAR, allegedly in the NFL, that didn't go through, allegedly due to a certain particular family in Illinois. Wink, wink, honk, honk. You know what I'm talking about? The real estate situation in downtown St. Louis. Who is going to tell us the real true story of what happened? There got to be some people still alive that can talk now, because some people are no longer with us concerning the first time we lost a team, that being the Big Red Machine, St. Louis Football Cardinals. Let's talk about that team. Then we got to talk about what went down when the Rams came here in Georgia. We got. There are a lot of questions. I see hands raised in the back. I see ooh, ooh, ooh. I see people pointing. There are people writing notes and people writing signs. People want questions. And I think we deserve a documentary. Go around and talk to the people that were involved with this thing. If they can do a documentary telling you all the different moves that the Raiders did, they can do a documentary concerning what happened here in St. Louis when it comes to football. Who's to blame? Finger pointing on both sides. What did we do wrong? What can other cities learn from watching a documentary? That's it, about football in St. Louis. The do's and don'ts. Everybody want to talk about the do-over in your life and the do-over in an athlete getting hurt. What about a do-over with football here in St. Louis? If we could do it all over again, including the first team, what would we do differently? If we could do it all over again when we got the Rams, what would we do differently? Would those same parties still be involved, considering what we know now? Who you wish you would have got involved when the first team left? Who you wish you would have got involved when the Rams got here? I would like to know those answers and get the real people involved, the ones that are not afraid to talk, even the ones that pocketed money off this deal. You know who you are. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've been to your house before. Yeah. Yeah. I know your real mama. I know the real story. I want to talk to those people that had something to do or was involved or was in an ear hustle shot or was sleeping with somebody at the time involved in both of those teams saying bye-bye St. Louis. Because if you're just moving here to this town, this beautiful city, and you hear that story, you're going to turn around real slow and say, you lost 2 football teams? What happened here? You got to lock the door, turn the radio off, open up the blinds, put something in the air, and sit down and lean forward and talk real slow. That's what that's going to take. But I think we deserve not a mockumentary, not a voiceover, true definition, get a people what they want. And I think that's what we need. I think that would stop the beef between St. Louis Redbird Cardinal fans, football team, Jim Hart, Neil Lomax days, versus Kurt Warner and the Rams fans. Those are 2 different fan bases that are mad about the same thing, that argue with each other about the same team, but don't realize it until the argument's over with. I've seen it firsthand. I saw it firsthand with my own eyes. I'm telling you, why can't we get the answers to the questions that we desire? It's pretty much like the fit of life, isn't it? It's basically life. We're not getting the answers that we want. We got to go out here and seek and find, make up our own shit. Now, if you leave it to us to make the documentary, then they'll say, oh, they got it wrong. That ain't what happened. That ain't what happened. Okay, then we've given you the floor, the platform, and the ability to tell us what happened. We haven't heard anything yet. I think that's why they had an editorial in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch about what should the city of St. Louis do with the settlement money. We can have all the ideas we want to. We can write in. We can hashtag all we want to. None of that's going to happen. None of that money gone already. That money gone. They spent that damn money. Money gone. How many people you done seen out of town like, damn, they went to Bali? Damn, they went on another cruise? Oh my God. Hold on. What they get? Oh, they sold that house? Hell no, they ain't sell that house. They got some of that settlement money. As we call it, shh, don't tell nobody. Remember, you used to get hush money. You was a kid. They ball that money up in your hand, put it in your hand, and say, "Don't be telling your daddy and your mama. Don't be telling your daddy." I'm talking about hush money because you've been doing a good deed, not that other kind of money. That one you tell your damn parents. That one you tell. You're gonna right now. You tell your parents right there, right away. All right, good folks, good people. You know what tomorrow is. We get to talk about some football tomorrow for sure on the show. So tomorrow, if you're not doing anything, tune on in as I break down just a little bit of football. And we got some movies to talk about and what's going on in downtown St. Louis this weekend. I tell you what, you got karaoke and DJing going on today, this evening at the Haunt in South City. If you're not doing anything, stop on by, say hello, get up there and sing a couple of songs. Even if you can't sing, it's you applied an effort. My man Crispy out there with his company, Variety DJ Services and Solutions, going on tonight at the Haunt. All right, good folk, good people. Get back to work. Those of you that are working from home, smoke them if you got them. Fire up. Fire that damn thing. Put something in the air if you want to. Put it in the damn air, as they say. Ain't that what the kids say? Put something in the damn air. Don't forget to follow this group page on Facebook. D&D Don't Get Butthurt. Coming to you each and every Monday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right, good folk, good people. As they say in the hood, I'm going to holler at you later. We'll catch you on the flip side. But thank you again for tuning in to today's episode of Montez at Midday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace, and we out. We out of here.